You must know that's a futile gesture. Come along.
No, I'll stay here and you can send reports.
It's going to be a jungle of a day. If I start growling now, I'll never last.
You'll last. You're like the rocks at Stonehenge. Nothing knocks you down.
In these rooms, Alice, on this Christmas, I have all the enemies I need.
You have more than you think.
Are you one? Is my willow turned to poison oak?
If I decided to be trouble, Henry, how much trouble could I be?
Not much. You don't matter to the others. Only me.
How great a matter am I?
Alice, in my time I've known countesses, milkmaids, courtesans, and novices, gypsies, whores, jades, and little boys. But nowhere in God's western world have I found anyone to love but you.
And Rosamond.
She's dead.
And Eleanor.
The new Medusa? My good wife?
How is your queen?
Decaying, I suppose.
You haven't seen her.
No, nor smell, nor touch, nor taste it. Don't be jealous of the Gorgon. She is not among the things I love. How many husbands do you know who dungeon up their wives? I haven't kept the great bitch in the keep for 10 years out of passionate attachment. Come, I hear she's aging badly. Let's go and look.
Would it be troublesome if I betrayed you?
We have no secrets, Eleanor and I. How could you possibly betray me?
I could give away your plans.
You don't know what they are.
I know you want to disinherit Richard.
So does Eleanor. She knows young Henry's dead. The young king died in the summer and I haven't replaced him as an heir. She knows I want John on the throne and I know she wants Richard. We're very frank about it.
Henry, I can't be your mistress if I'm married to your son.
Why can't you? Johnny wouldn't mind.
I do not like your Johnny.
He's a good boy.
He's got pimples and he smells of compost.
He's just 16. He can't help the pimples.
He could bathe.
It is not such a dreadful thing to be Queen of England. Not all eyes will weep for you.
Will yours?
I don't know. Very likely.
All I want is not to lose you. Can't you hide me away? Can't I simply disappear?
You know you can't. Your little brother, Philip, is king of France now and he wants your wedding or your dowry back. I only took you for your dowry. You were 7. 2 big knees and 2 big eyes, and that's all. How was I to know?
Let Philip have the dowry back. It isn't much.
I can't. The Vexen is a little county, but it's vital to me.
And I'm not.
It is my luck to have fallen in love with landed women. When I married Eleanor, I thought, you lucky man, the richest woman in the world. And she owns the Aquitaine, the greatest province on the continent. And beautiful as well. She was, you know.
And you adored her.
Memory fails. There may have been an era when I did. Let's have one strand askew. Nothing in life has any business being perfect.
Henry. I was brought up to be dutiful. I smile a lot, bend easily, and hope for very little. It is useful training, and it's made a lot of hard things possible. But Henry, not this thing.
You! I had them summoned. You will be beside me. With the headdress or without it.
What difference does it make who's king?
What difference?
So have you found religion, Henry? Are you going to look down from the clouds and see who's sitting in your place?
I have got to know before I die. I have built an empire. I've got to know it's going to last. I put together England. I've added to it half of France. I am the greatest power in 1,000 years. And after me comes John. If I can't leave this state to John, then I live for nothing.
John doesn't care for you at all.
We love each other very much.
None of them has any love for you.
Oh, because we fight. Tell me, they all 3 want my crown. Well, I'll tell you, it's a feeble prince that doesn't. Oh, they may snap at me or plot. And that's the kind of sons I want. I've snapped and plotted my whole life. There's no other way to be a king alive and 50 all at once.
I'm going to fight for you. 16 and we started this depraved relationship, I left everything to you. I lap sat, drank my milk, and did what I was told. But not anymore. Your cherub's 23 now, and she's going to fight.
With mace and chain?
With anything that I can think of.
Just what I need. Another mind at work. Try, you can hear the thinking in the walls. There's Joffrey humming treachery, and Richard growling out for gore. And Eleanor, she's thinking heavy thoughts like molten lead and marble slabs. My house is full of intellectual activity.
I had mine.
Alice, I don't plan to give you up. I don't plan to give up anything. I will make alliances and bargains, threaten, beg, break heads and hearts. And by the time this fine Christmas holiday is over, I will make an heir of John, a petty prince of Richard, and I will still have you.
Oh, Henry, when can I believe you?
Always, even when I lie.
How much is it safe to hope for?
Everything.
Oh, but with so many enemies in the castle.
I know. And some are more canny folk than I, or more cruel, or dishonest, or deceitful, but not all rolled in one. The priests write all the history these days, and they'll do me justice. Henry, they'll say, was a master bastard. Now come along. Let's go downstairs and meet the family.
Look, Holly. I love Christmas.
Warm and rosy time, the hot wine steams, the Yule log roars, and we're the fat that's in the fire. She's here, you know.
Who? Mother.
Since this morning.
Have you seen her?
Haven't you?
We're not as close as we once were.
Does she still favor you?
Does she or doesn't she? If I'm supposed to make a fuss and kiss her hairy cheek, I won't. What you kiss, little prince, is up to you. I'm father's favorite. That's what counts. Oh, Johnny. I hope you believe my reputation. I'm a constant soldier, a sometime poet, and I will be king! Just to remember, father loves me best.
The way you bicker, it's a wonder he cares for any of you. Geoffrey, but I do have handsome children. John, you're so clean and neat. Henry takes good care of you. And Richard, don't look sullen, dear. It makes your eyes go small and piggy, and your chin look weak. Where's Henry?
Upstairs with the family whore.
That is a mean and tawdry way to talk about your fiancée.
My fiancé.
Whose ever fiancée? I brought her up, and she is dear to me and gentle. Have we seen the French king yet?
Not yet.
Let us hope he's grown up like his father. Simon pure and Simon simple. Good Louis. If I'd managed him sons instead of all those little girls, I'd still be stuck with being Queen of France, and we shall never have known each other. Such, my angels, is the role of sex in history. How's your father?
Do you care?
More deeply lamb than you can possibly imagine. Is my hair in place? I've given up the looking glass. Quicksilver has no sense of tact.
He still gives me John, king.
Of course he does. My, what a greedy little trinity you are. King, king, king. Two of you must learn to live with disappointment.
Ah, but which two?
Let's deny them all and live forever.
Tusk to tusk through all eternity? How was your crossing? Did the channel part for you?
It laid flat when I told it to. I didn't think to ask for more. How dear of you to let me out of jail.
It's only for the holidays.
Like school, you keep me young. Oh, here's gentle Elise. No. Greet me like you used to. Fragile, I am not. Affection is a pressure I can bear.
I've had the French king sent for. We'll state positions and I'll make the first of many offers. He'll refuse it naturally. I'll make a better one and so on throughout the holidays until I win. Through the duration of this joyous ritual, you will give to your father your support.
Why will I?
Out of duty, dear. Tell me, what's Philip like? I hear he's quite impressive for a boy of 17.
My lord?
Oh, but you are. I'm Eleanor, who might have been your mother. All the others here you know.
Queen Eleanor. Your Grace.
My lord. Welcome to Chinon.
Sir.
Your grievances, as we are to understand them, have to do with Princess Alice and her dowry.
16 years ago, you made a treaty with us. It is time that its terms were executed.
We are willing to discuss it.
Our position comes to this, that we will hold the marriage or return the vexen. Elise marries Richard, or we'll have the whole county back at once.
Oh, that's clear, concise, and well presented. My position is, well, frankly, Philip, it's a bit of a tangle. Once I die, who's to be king? I could have papers drawn till my scribes drop. But once I'm dead, unless I've left behind me 3 contented sons, my land split 3 ways in civil war. You see my problem.
Clearly, but it's yours, not mine.
2 years ago, the Queen and I, for reasons passing understanding, made Richard the overlord of the Aquitaine. That makes Richard very powerful. How can I give him Elise too? The man she marries has you for an ally.
It's their wedding, or the vexen back. Those are the terms you made with Louis.
True, but academic lad. The vexen's mine.
By what authority?
It has my troops all over it. That makes it mine. Now you hear me, boy. You take what memories you may have of me and mark them out of date. I am no longer your father's friend. I am his son's opponent.
I am a king. I am no man's boy.
A king! Because you sit your ass on purple cushions?
Sir.
Phil there. You haven't got the feel for this at all. Use all your voices. When I bellow back.
I'll have to note that down.
This too. We are the world in little. A nation is a human thing. Surely, if we're civilized, it must be possible to put the knives away. We can make peace. We have it in our hands.
I have tutors of my own. Will that be all?
Oh, think. You came here making demands of me. Don't you want to see if I've got an offer?
Have you got an offer?
Not yet. But I'll think of one. Oh, by the way, you're better at this than I thought you'd be.
I didn't think you would notice.
Well, what shall we hang? The holly or each other?
You don't know your sons at all. That's not anger they're projecting. It's anxiety.
I know them. I read Johnny's moods, and Richard's faces, and the thought behind the pitch of Jeffrey's voice. The trouble's on the other end. They don't know me. There is a legend of a king called Lear with whom I share a lot in common. Both of us have kingdoms and 3 children we adore. And we're both old, but there it stops. He cut his kingdom into bits. I won't do that. I have built this state and it will stand.
So would you say, Father, I have the makings of a king?
A splendid king.
Would you disinherit me without a fight?
Of course you'll fight. I raised you to.
I don't care who you offer Philip. I don't care what plans you make. I'll have Elise, the crown, and the Aquitaine. I'll take them all. You're going to love my coronation. I won't trade one for another. Not Elise or the Aquitaine. Not just walking pustule. Nor though its son will not. Did you hear what he called me?
Clearly, dear. Now run along. It's nearly dinner.
Did I say something wrong? All right, I'll leave.
And that's to be the king.
And I to be his chancellor. Has he told you? John will rule the country while I run it. That's to say, he gets to spend the taxes that I get to raise.
How nice for you.
Not as nice as being king.
We've made you Duke of Brittany. Is that so little?
No one ever speaks of crowns and mentions Jeff. Why is that? I make out 3 prizes. A throne, a princess, and the Aquitaine. 3 sons and 3 prizes. Yet, no one ever says, here, Jeff, my boy, here's a bone for you.
I should think that being chancellor was a satisfying bone.
It's not the power that I feel deprived of. It's the mention that I miss. There's no affection from me here. You wouldn't think I'd want that, would you?
Henry, I have a confession.
Yes?
I don't much like our children. Only Hugh, the child I raised but didn't bear.
Oh, you never cared for me.
I did and do. Believe me, Henry's bed is Henry's province. He can people it with sheep for all I care. Which, on occasion, he has done.
Still that, when Rosamond's been dead for 7 years.
2 months and 18 days. I never liked her much.
You count the days.
I made the numbers up. He found Miss Clifford in the mists of Wales and brought her home for closer observation. Liking what he saw, he scrutinized her for many years. He loved her deeply, and she him. And yet, my dear, when Henry had to choose between his lady and my land...
He'll give me up if he has to, I know that.
Poor Elise.
There is no sport in hurting me. It is so easy.
After all the years of love, the hair I've brushed and braided, and the tears I've kissed away, do you think I could bring myself to hurt you?
Eleanor, with both hands tied behind you.
Oh, she is lovely, isn't she?
Yes, very.
If I had chosen, who could I have picked to love to gull you more?
There's no one. Come on, let's finish Christmasing this place.
Time hasn't done a thing but wrinkle you.
It hasn't even done that. I have borne 6 girls, 5 boys, and 31 connubial years of you. How am I possible?
There are moments when I miss you.
Many.
Do you doubt it?
That's my woolly sheepdog. So, we Johnnies to get the crown.
So I've heard it rumored, but I don't believe it.
Losing Elise will be hard, for you do love her.
It's an old man's blessed attachment, nothing more. How do you find living in your tower?
It was difficult in the beginning, but that's past. I find I've seen the world enough. I have my maids and menials in my courtyard, and I run my little court. It suits me now.
I'll never let you out, you know. You've led way too many civil wars against me.
And I damn near won the last one. Still, as long as I get trotted out for Christmas courts and state occasions now and then, for I do like to see you, it's enough. Do you still need the Vexen, Henry?
Need you ask?
My strategy is 10 years old.
My troops there are just a day away from Paris. Just a march of 20 miles, yes, I must keep it.
Well, I'd say that's about all the jollying this room can stand. I'm famished. Let's go into dinner.
Arm in arm.
And hand in hand. You're still a marvel of a man.
And you're my lady.
Henry, dear, if Elise doesn't marry Richard, I'll see you lose the Vexen.
Well, I thought you'd never say it.
I can do it.
You can try.
My Richard is the next king, not your John. Henry, I know you. I know every twist and bend you've got, and I'll be waiting round each corner for you.
Do you truly care who's king?
I care because you care so much.
I might surprise you. Eleanor, I have fought and bargained all these years as if the only thing I've fought for is what happens after I'm dead. Well, I've something else to fight for now. I've blundered onto peace.
On Christmas Eve.
Since Louis died, while Philip grew, I've had no friends to fight. And in that lull, I've realized how good it is to make a law, or a tax more fair, or sit in judgment to decide which peasant gets a cow. I tell you, there's nothing in the world more important. And now the French boy is big enough, and I am sick of war.
Henry, come to your question. Make the plea. What would you have me do? Give out, give up, or give in?
Give me a little peace.
A little? Why so modest? How about eternal peace? Now there's a thought.
If you oppose me, I will strike you any way I can.
Of course you will. Henry,
Madam,
did you ever love me?
no.
Good. That will make this pleasanter.
All right, I've come. I'm here. What's it you wanted?
Just to talk. We haven't been alone, the two of us, in how long is it, Lamb? 2 years? You look fit. War agrees with you. I keep informed. I follow all your slaughters from a distance. Do sit down.
Is this an audience, a goodnight kiss, or an ambush?
Let us hope it's a reunion. Must you look so stern? I sent for you to say I want your love again, and I can't say it to a face like that.
My love, of all things, what could you even want it for?
Why, for itself. What other purpose could I have?
You'll tell me when you're ready to.
I scheme a lot, I know. I plot and plan. That's how a queen in prison spends her time. But there's more to me than that. And can't I say I love a son and be believed?
If I were you, I'd try another tact. I know data passes up that flood for you. I'll never overflow.
You are a dull boy.
Am I?
Dull as plain song. La la la, forever on one note. I gave up the church out of boredom. I can do as much for you.
You can't give me up. Now will I hold Aquitaine.
You think I'm motivated by a love of property?
I think you want it back. You're so deceitful. You can have some water when you're thirsty. You can make webs with the lies you weave.
If I'm so devious, then why don't you go? Don't just stand there quivering in limbo. Love me, little lamb, or leave me.
Leave you, madam, with pure joy.
Departure is a simple act. You put your left foot down, and then your right.
Mother!
Hush, dear. Mother's fighting.
Father's coming with the tea.
No doubt he's told you where they are.
He doesn't have to. Don't you think I know what's what?
Of course you do, dear. Has he put the terms to Philip?
Not yet, but we're shortly granting him an audience. I hope you'll all attend.
Are we to know the terms, or have you come to tease us?
What are you into, Philip? What if mine? What you've got goes to me.
And what's the nothing Jeffrey gets?
For God's sake, boys! You can't all three be kings.
We can all try.
That's beside the point now. The treaty calls for you to marry Elise, and you shall. I want you to succeed me, Richard. Elise and the crown, I give you them both.
If I had a sense of humor, I'd laugh.
I've used you badly, haven't I?
Use me cleverly and well.
Not anymore, I mean to do it.
What about me? I'm your favorite. I'm the one you love.
John, I can't help myself. Stand next to Richard. See how you compare. Could you keep anything I gave you? Could you beat him on the field?
You could.
But John, I won't be there.
You've led me on.
I never meant to.
You're a failure as a father, you know that?
I'm sorry, John.
Not yet, you're not. I'll do something terrible and you'll be sorry then.
Did you rehearse all this, or are you improvising?
Good God, woman, face the facts.
Which ones? We've got so many.
Power is the only fact. He is our ablest son. He is the strongest, isn't he? How could I keep the crown from him? If I didn't give it to him, he would take it.
No. You make me fight for it, never give me everything.
True, and I haven't. You get the girl and you get the crown, but I get the one thing that I want most. If you're king, England stays intact. I get that. They're all yours now. The girl, the kingdom, the whole black bloody business. Isn't that enough?
I don't know who's to be congratulated. Not me, certainly. You got me for your Richard. How'd you manage that? Did you tell him he's your woolly lamb? Or say how much you like it in your prison?
It's all lies, but I told him.
Kings, queens, knights, everywhere you look, and I'm the only pawn. I haven't got a thing to lose. And that makes me dangerous.
Poor child.
Poor John. Who says poor John? Don't everybody stop at once. My God, if I have wood up in flames, there's not a living soul pee on me to put the fire out. Let's strike a flint and see. He hates me. Why? What'd he hate me for? Am I the eldest son? Am I the heir? Am I the hero? What is my crime? Is it some childhood score, some baby hurt? When I was 6 and you were 16, did I brutalize you? What?
For whatever I have done to you, forgive me.
What could you have done? You were never close enough.
When you were little, you were torn from me. Blame Henry.
I was torn from you by midwives and I haven't seen you since.
Then blame me if it helps.
No. It's the midwife's fault. They threw away the baby and kept the afterbirth. You're everything a little brother dreams of. You know that. I used to dream about you all the time.
Oh, Johnny.
That's right, Mother. Mother.
Yes, if you'd let me.
Let you put your arms around me just the way you never did? You can do it. Think I'm Richard. That's it. That's the way. Now kiss my scabby cheek, run your fingers through my hair.
Oh, John.
I'll show you, Eleanor. I haven't lost yet. Demetra!
Run along, I'm busy now.
I'm the master. I give the orders. When I call you, come.
There's news in Chinon, John. That falling sound was you.
The woods are full of chancellors.
Castle full of kings.
Oh, you're really not leaving me?
No, I've already left.
I don't care. I don't need anybody.
Well, Mummy, here I am.
So, John's lost a chancellor, has he?
And you've gained one.
It's a bitter thing your mummy has to say.
Oh, she doesn't trust me.
You must know that Henry isn't through with John. He'll keep the vexen until the moon goes blue with cold. And as for Richard's wedding day, we'll see the second coming first. The needlework alone could last for years.
I know. You know I know. I know you know I know. We know that Henry knows, and Henry knows we know it. We're a very knowledgeable family. So do you want my services or don't you?
Why are you dropping John?
Because you're going to win.
I haven't yet.
You will with my help. Let me take care of John. I'll walk him by the hand and into any trap you set.
You're good. You're first class, Jeff. Does John agree?
To what?
To making you his chancellor when you betrayed me.
I have some principles.
Then what did you get from Henry?
Get from Henry?
What's the fee for selling me to him? Or have you found some clever way of selling everyone to everybody?
Not yet, Mommy, but I'm working on it. I don't care who's king, but you and Henry do. I want to see the two of you go nitpicking at one another.
Yes, it's really true. You mean it.
Do you blame me?
You've a gift for hating.
You're an expert, you should know.
You've loved me all these years.
Well, God forgive me. I've upset the queen. Madam, may you rot!
All right, help us.
And what? Miss out on selling you?
Be Richard's chancellor.
Rot!
Well, that's how deals are made. We've got him if we want him. I should like some wine. Why did I have to have such clever children? He will sell us all, you know. But only if he thinks we think he won't. Scenes. Why can't I touch my sons only in scenes? What's the matter, Richard?
Nothing.
Oh, it's a heavy thing, your nothings. Whenever I write or send for you or speak or reach, your nothings come like stones.
Don't play a scene with me.
I wouldn't if I could.
There'd be no profit in it. That's my advantage over you. You're wiser, shrewder, more experienced. I'm colder. I feel less.
Why, you don't know yourself at all. I've known who I am for some years now. I had, at one time, many appetites. I wanted poetry and power, and the young men who create them both. I even wanted Henry in those days. But now, I've only one desire left. To see you king.
The only thing you want is to see father's vitals in a bed of lettuce. You don't care who wins unless Henry loses. You see Philip on the English throne. You feed us to the Franks and give us to the Holy Romans. You do anything.
That's good to know.
You are Medea to the teeth. But this is one son you will use for vengeance against your husband.
I could bend you. I could wear you like a bracelet. But I'd sooner die.
You're old enough to die in any case.
How my captivity has changed you. Henry meant to hurt me, and he's hacked you up instead. Oh. More wine! Men coveted this talon once. Henry was 18 when we met, and I was Queen of France. He came down from the north to Paris with a mind like Aristotle and a form like mortal sin. We shattered the commandments on the spot. I spent 3 months annulling Louis, and in the spring, in May, not far from here, we were married. Young Count Henry and his countess. But in 3 years' time, I was his queen, and he was King of England. Done at 21. 5 years your junior, General.
I can count.
No doubt, the picture of your parents being fond does not hang in your gallery. But we were fond. There was no Thomas Becket then, no Rosamond, no rivals, only me. And then came little Henry and you and all the blossoms in my garden. Yes, if I'd been sterile, darling, I'd be happier today.
Is that the sign to hurt me?
Oh, what a waste. I fought Henry over who comes next, whose dawn it is, and which sun gets the sunset. And we shall never live to see it. Look at you. I loved you more than Henry, and it's cost me everything.
What do you want?
I want us back the way we were.
That's not it.
All right, then. I want the Aquitaine.
That's the mother I remember.
No, it's not at all. But if you find her more congenial, she's the one you'll get. We can win this. I can get you Elise, and I can make the marriage happen. But I've got to have the Aquitaine to do it. I must have it back.
You were better in your scene with Geoffrey.
Shall I write my will to Richard? Everything? Would you believe me then? Where's paper?
Paper burns.
And tears and turns to pudding in the rain. What can I do?
I do think Jeffrey put it nicely. You can rot!
I love you.
You love nothing! You are emotionless. The only person you are missing. You are as dead as you are deadly.
Don't leave me.
You were beautiful once. I seen the pictures.
Don't you remember how you loved me?
Vaguely. Like a legend.
You remember? We were always hand in hand. That's how it felt.
As coarse as it is hot.
Oh! Oh! This won't burn. I'll scratch a will on this. Do, Richard. Everything. Ah!
You think?
You remember how I taught you numbers and the lute and poetry?
Mother,
See, you do remember. I taught you dancing too, and languages, and how to love what is beautiful. The sun was warmer then, and we were every day together.
John! John! Ah, there you are.
Go find yourself another fool.
You're angry. Good. Now here's my plan.
You're a rancid bastard. You want to fight?
John, use your head. Would I betray you?
Why not? Everybody else does.
I only turned on you to gain their confidence, and it worked. They trust me.
I tell you, you're like a ball with a pelvis, and I wouldn't trust a stump to bleed.
John, if you're not king, then I'm nothing. You're my weapon power.
I still don't trust you.
Have faith in vices, little brother. Trust my slyness if you think I'm sly. Make use of me, deceive me, cast me off, but not until I've made you king.
You think I can't outthink you? Do you? Alright, what's your plan?
You've got to make a deal with Philip,
Why?
because you're out and Richard's in.
What kind of deal?
The war. If we three join and fight now, we can finish Richard off.
Mother too.
And Mother too. Well, did we do it? Is it on?
I have to think.
We're extra princes now. You know we're extra princes though.
Down.
Very down.
I see I'm early for my audience. Or am I late?
No, you're exquisitely on time. Feel the strangest sense of kinship with you, Philip.
Oh, so you've sensed it too.
How far around the corner were you?
How did you know?
Came in so conveniently.
I'll learn.
Well, was there anything you didn't overhear?
John's answer. Does he want a war or doesn't he?
Do you? John asked for your soldiers. Will he get them?
If John wants a war, he's got one.
John, you hear that?
I'm still thinking.
Let me help you. Is either Richard on the throne or you.
Do you think we'd win?
I know it.
Henry!
Father's coming.
This way, we got plans to make. John!
In a minute.
I'd appreciate a little quiet confidence. I have enough nits picking at me.
Father, you have a minute?
What for?
If you had a minute, we could talk.
I'm busy now. Have you seen Philip?
Look, you know that hunting trip we're taking for my birthday?
Well,
For Forget it. I'm not going.
Why not?
I'm just not.
But John, the trip's all planned.
I'll go get Philip for you.
John? You did have a good time last year, didn't you?
I loved it.
What's wrong, lad?
You're busy.
True enough, but I have
You've got more important things to do.
Johnny, I cannot make things all right if I don't know what's wrong.
You don't love me anymore.
What? Of course I love you.
You're giving Richard everything.
Do you think I would do that? Don't pout and stand up straight. How many times do I have to tell you?
When is my coronation?
When I say so.
That is no answer.
John?
Tell her how much you love her. You're a wonder with women.
What in hell was that about?
He heard you disinherit him upstairs and wondered if you meant it.
If I meant it? When I have fathered him and mothered him and babied him. He's all I've got. How often does he have to hear it every supper?
I heard you promised me to Richard.
You don't think I meant it?
I think you enjoy it. Passing me from hand to hand. What am I to you? A collection plate.
I have got to get the Aquitaine for John.
I talk people and you answer back in provinces.
Well, they get mixed up. What's the Aquitaine to Eleanor? It's not a province, it's a way to torture me. That's why she's upstairs wooing Richard, wheezing on the coals. She'll squeeze it out of him. God, I would love to eavesdrop. I taught you prancing, lad. It looped and flute.
That's marvelous. It's absolutely me. Here you are. I thought as long as I was coming down, I'd bring them.
Whatever did you get from me?
You're such a child. You always ask.
To Henry. Heavy. It's my headstone. Eleanor, you spoil me.
I never could deny you anything.
Oh, you've grown old. Gracefully, you two. I'll give you that.
Don't go. It nettles her to see how much I need you.
Henry, you need me like a tailor needs a tinker's dam.
Alice.
I know that look. He's going to say he loves me.
Like my life. Oh, I talk that way to keep her spirits up. Well, how'd you do with Richard? Did you break his heart?
Do you think he ought to give me back the Aquitaine?
I don't see why he shouldn't. I offered him the throne.
The boy keeps wondering if your promises are any good.
There's no sense asking if the air's good when there's nothing else to breathe.
Exactly what I told him.
Well, have you got it? Will he give it back?
How can you think I'd ever pass it on to John?
It matters to me desperately.
Why should it? What does it matter what comes after us?
Ask any sculptor, why don't you work in butter?
This Johnny Bronze, he'll go as green from mold as any of our sons.
I know that. You heard me. Richard gets the throne, I promised. What else do you want?
No Aquitaine for John.
Well, I've got to give him something. Isn't some arrangement possible?
Love. In a world where carpenters get resurrected, anything is possible.
For him, damn it. He's your son.
Oh, heavens, yes. 280 days I bore him. I recall them all. You'd only just found Rosamond.
Why her so damn particularly? There have been other women.
Countless others.
Let's have your count. How many bedspreads have you spread out on?
Thomas Beckett.
That's a lie.
I know it, Henry. Jealousy looks silly on us.
Doesn't it, though?
You still care what I do.
I want the Aquitaine for John. I want it and I will have it.
Is that menace you're conveying? Is it to be torture? Will you boil me or stretch me? Which? Or am I to be perforated?
I have the documents and you will sign.
How can you force me to? Threats? Sign or I refuse to feed you? Tears, bribes, orders, deals? I'm like the earth, old man. There isn't any way around it.
I adore you.
Save your aching arches. That road is closed.
I've got an offer, Marjorie.
A deal, a deal. I give the richest province on the continent to John For what? You tell me, mastermind. For what?
Your freedom.
Oh.
Once Johnny has the Aquitaine, you're free. I'll let you out. Think. On a loose in London, winters in Provence, impromptu trips to travel anywhere in the world to see Richard wherever he's killing people. All that for a signature.
You are good.
I thought that might appeal to you. You've always fancied traveling.
Yes, I did. I even made poor Louis take me on crusade. How's that for blasphemy? I dressed my maids as Amazons, and we rode bare-breasted halfway to Damascus. Louis had a seizure, and I damn near died of windburn. But the troops were dazzled. Henry, I'm against the wall.
Because I've put you there. Don't think I'd like to see it.
I believe it. You do care for me. To be a prisoner, to be bricked in after you've known the world. I'll never know how I've survived. These 10 years, Henry, have been unimaginable. You give your falcons more affection than I get.
My falcons treat me better.
Handle me with iron gloves, then.
Sign the papers and we'll break the happy news. The Queen is free. John joins the landed gentry. Philip is satisfied and Richard gets his princess.
Yes. Let's have it done. I'll sign. On one condition.
Name it.
Have the wedding now.
What?
Why, I've surprised you. Surely it isn't sudden. They've been marching down the aisle for 16 years, and that's a long walk. John could be the best man. That's a laugh. And you can give the bride away. I want to watch you do it.
Elise. I can live without her.
And I thought you loved her.
So I do.
Thank God you frightened me. I was afraid this wasn't going to hurt.
Eleanor, you fill me full of fear and pity. What a tragedy you are.
I wonder. Do you ever wonder if I slept with Geoffrey?
With my father?
It's not true, but one hears rumors. Don't you ever wonder?
Is it rich, despising me? Is it rewarding?
No, it's terrible.
Then stop it.
How? It's what I live for.
Rosamond, I love you!
Richard!
Where's the priest?
Henry!
Oh, I'll do it. Where's the priest? By God, I will. I will show you. Somebody dig me up a priest.
Geoffrey!
What for? What's happening?
Richard's getting married.
Now? He's getting married now?
I never cease to marvel at the quickness of your mind.
You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me, vagabond, no matter what you say. But you can't, Father. Why?
Because I said so. You, fetch me a bishop.
Get old Durham. We'll be in the chapel. You'll make a lovely bride. I wonder if I'll cry.
You sound as if you think it's going to happen.
And I do.
He's only plotting. Can't you tell when Henry's plotting?
Not this time.
He'll never give me up.
You think I won't?
Because you told me
You
so.
are not my Helen. I will not fight a war to save a face. We are done.
I don't believe you.
Wait 10 minutes.
Durham is in the chapel.
Good, let's get this over with.
Don't do this to me, Henry.
Go to him.
I am your sister. Can't you find some pity for me? Oh, Mama. Mama, you won't let this happen. You won't. Oh, Henry, please, if you ever loved me. Oh. No! No! I won't do it. I won't say the words about one of them. Henry, please. It makes no sense. Why give me up? What are you gaining?
Why, the Aquitaine, of course.
What's that?
The Aquitaine. Your mother gets her freedom and I get the Aquitaine. That is the proposition, isn't it? You agreed.
Of course she did. I knew. It was all pretense, and I believed you. I believed it all.
I meant it all.
No way. There will be no wedding.
But my boy,
Not at this price.
But Durham's waiting.
She's not worth the Aquitaine.
Richard, you simply must marry her. It's not too much to ask for my sake.
Never.
But I've promised Philip, think of my position.
To hell with your position and damn this wedding.
You don't dare defy me.
Don't I?
You are the king of France, for God's sake. Speak up. Do something.
What's that? Make blood. Scare me.
You dunce.
Am I?
He never meant to have the wedding.
Come again?
You're good at raid. I like the way you play it.
Boy, don't ever call the king a liar to his face.
I am not a boy! To you or to any of you.
Boy! You came here asking for a marriage and a vexen back. By God, you don't get either. It is no to both. You have a pact with Brand. Then damn the documents and damn the French. She will never marry. Not while I am alive.
Your life and never are two separate times.
Not on my clock, boy.
Listen to the lion.
Don't spoil it, Richard.
How's your bad leg?
Better, thank you.
And your back and all the rest of it? You get to know when they have you once too often.
When? I'm 50 now. Good God, boy, I am the oldest man I know. I've got a decade on the Pope. What's it to be? The broadsword at 85?
I know, second son. Not now. Henry's in the vault, you know.
I know. I have seen him there.
I'll have the crown.
You will have what Daddy gives you.
I am next in line.
Do nothing!
They're have the broadswords.
This very minute?
On the battlefield.
Oh, so we're in war.
Yes, we're at war. I have 2,000 men at Poitiers.
Oh, well, call them. Let's see who comes. Son, you are as close to Poitiers as you're going to get.
You don't dare keep me prisoner.
You are a king's son. So I treat you with respect. You have freedom of the castle.
You can't keep me here.
Till we agree that John comes next, I can and I will.
This castle is a state that holds me. Post your guards. Get out of my way.
My God, I'm king again! Fantastic! It's a miracle!
Aren't you happy for me, Jeff?
I'm happy for us both.
I came close, didn't I? I almost had my freedom. And I almost had you for my son. I should have liked it, being free. You played it nicely. You were good.
I was, wasn't I? I had you fooled. God, how I'd love to be the king.
Well, Henry, Legion Lord, what happens now?
I have no idea. I know I'm winning. I know I'll win. But what the next move is, I don't know. You're not scared?
No.
I think you are.
I was! Oh, you mustn't play with feelings, Henry. Not with mine.
Oh, it wasn't possible to lose you. I must hold you dearer than I thought. You have your enigmatic face on. What's your mood, I wonder?
Pure delight. I'm to be locked up with my sons. What mother wouldn't dream of that? One thing.
What is it?
May I watch you kiss her?
Don't you ever stop.
I watch it every night. I
Leave-
conjure it before I sleep.
Leave it at that.
My curiosity is intellectual. I want to see how accurate I am.
Forget the dragon in the doorway. Come. Believe I love you, for I do. Believe I'm yours forever, for I am. Believe in the contentment and the joy you bring me, and believe. You want more? I'm an old man in an empty place. Be with me.
How beautiful you make me. What might Solomon have sung had he seen this? Oh, I can't. I turn to salt. I've lost again. I'm done for now. Well, there'll be other Christmases. They kissed so sweetly, didn't they? I'll have him next time. I can wait. There you are. My comfort and my company. We're locked in for one more year. 4 seasons more. What a desolation. What a life's work. Is it too much? Be sure to squint as you approach. You may be blinded by my beauty.
Richard is raging all around the castle.
Is he? Why?
He says it's got to do with being held a prisoner. I just think he likes to rage.
And John?
Skipping after him, saying naughty things.
And you?
I thought you might be a little lonely.
Here, Chancellor. Try it on besides.
Why do you think so little of me?
Little? Never that. Whatever you are not little.
I remember my 3rd birthday. Not just pictures of the garden or the gifts, but who did what to whom and how it felt. My memory reaches back that far, and never once can I remember anything from you or father warmer than indifference. Why is that?
I don't know.
That was not an easy question of me. I don't deserve an easy answer.
There are times I think we loved none of our children.
Still too easy, don't you think?
I'm weary, and you want a simple answer, and I haven't one. I read minds. In yours, a shapely hand is writing. Clever mother, what's your clever reason for this clever talk? Ugh, I'm so sick of you all.
I thought I'd come and gloat a little.
Mother's tired. Come and stick pins tomorrow morning. I'll be more responsive then.
It's no fun goading anyone tonight.
Come, let me look at you. I'm full of looks this evening. I've looked a little in the mirror, and I've read a passage in your brother's mind. What's there to see in you? A little me, a little Henry, and a lot of someone I don't know. Oh, John.
The best is Bassa!
What's that, dear?
I've got to give it a podium. He wants a war, then he'll get one.
I don't see how.
You seem to take that calmly.
Well,
It was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was under the impression you want to hit his bone for me.
we've lost it this time, Richard. We can't win.
You think I'm finished, do you?
So I do. I've suffered more defeats than you have teeth. I know one when it's here.
I will be king.
And so you will, but not this year. And what's it matter to me anyway? The world stops when I die.
Yours does. Mine doesn't.
Leave it, Richard. Let it go for now. I have.
I can't! It's not so hard. Try singing after me. John wins, I lose.
What if John died?
What's that? What if you left us so suddenly? You wouldn't dare.
Wrong earth wouldn't I?
A knife! He's got a knife!
Of course he's got a knife. He's always got a knife. We've all got knives. It is 1183, and we are still barbarians. How clear we make it. Oh, my pagans. We are the origins of war. Not history's forces, nor the times, nor justice, nor the lack of it, nor causes, nor religions, nor ideas, nor kinds of government, nor any other thing. We are killers. We breed war. We carry it like syphilis inside. Dead bodies rot in fields and streams because the living ones are rotten. Oh, for the love of God, can't we love one another just a little?
And while we hug one another, what would Philip do?
Oh, good God, Philip! We were supposed to start a war. Father finds out, will be ruined.
Steady, John, don't panic.
Some advisor you are.
Don't do anything without me. Let me handle it.
If you're so clever, why am I always doing something stupid?
Well, Geoffrey, he's made a pact with Philip. You've advised John into making war. That peerless boy, he's disinherited himself. When Henry finds out, when I tell what John's done, I need time. Can you keep John away from Philip until I say so?
Anything you say.
I want you out of Chinon before this breaks. And for that, we need Philip. He has soldiers if he'll use them. Go to him, be desperate, promise anything. The Vexin, Brittany, and when you're free and John is out of favor, we'll make further plans.
You go talk to him. You're a diplomat. You go see Philip.
You're a friend. You know him. I don't. Quickly now. And Richard, promise anything. I haven't lost. It isn't over. Oh, I got that old man this time. The damn fool thinks he loves John. That is where the knife goes in. Knives, knives. Where's that arrow? I am Eleanor, and I can look at anything. My, what a lovely girl. How could her king have left her?
Is John here?
Here, in my room.
Come on, Philip. This is me.
I was expecting him.
If the whole thing breaks tonight, we've reached the end of it.
That's a warning, thank you.
What if it's an offer?
What if it's a game for scholars? What if angels sat on pinheads?
What if I were king?
It's your game, Jeff. You play it.
All of England's land in France, from Normandy down to the Spanish border. Once I'm king.
All that? What can I do that's possibly worth all that?
By morning, I can be the chosen son. Crown can come to me. But once it does, once Henry's favor falls my way, the war begins.
We have so many wars. Which one is this?
The one that Richard, John, and Eleanor will make. But I'll have to fight what Henry and all his race is going to give me.
Yes, you will.
That's why I need you, Philip. Will you fight with me against them all?
Against them all. Ugh.
Don't tell me this is a risk. I would hand you half of France if this was an easy war.
I wouldn't want you for an enemy.
Are we allies then?
Born to be.
I shall have something solid to say, but I haven't the time. I'm off to follow what news that John's a traitor.
You stink! You know that? You stink and you're a stinker!
Come on, John.
I'll kill you. Where's that dagger?
How do I know you'll spoil everything?
A sword, a spear, a candlestick. Ow!
Stupid. If you're prince, there's hope for every ape in Africa. I had you saved. I wasn't on my way to father, but he was. He would have gone to Henry and betrayed you. Look! It's in his face.
Oh, it's true. I don't know who my friends are anymore.
May we?
That's what tapestries are for.
Everything. I'll never learn.
Is someone there? I heard my name.
I called.
Richard. Hello, Richard.
You're halfway to bed. I'll come back in the morning.
Come in.
Mother sent me.
Come in anyway. Our alchemist stumbled upon the art of boiling burgundy. It turns to steam, and when it cools, we call it brandy wine.
I'm Henry's prisoner.
So you said you'd go to war, and Henry drew the drawbridge on you.
You find that charming?
No.
Then why the charming smile?
Oh, I just thought. Can't think of why. Last time that you were in Paris. Can it be 2 whole years ago?
It can. I need an army.
It'll keep the cold out.
I need soldiers.
Have I aged? Do I look older to you? They've been 2 fierce years. I've studied and I've trained to be a king.
I'll have her answer yes or no.
You'll have it when I give it. See? I'm not that boy you taught to hunt all those years ago. I've changed. Remember? Oh, chasing after boar, you flying first, me stumbling after. All day until dusk we were in those forests.
I'll try another time.
Don't go. Sit. Let's discuss. You never write.
To anyone.
Why should I make you king of England? Aren't I better off with John or Geoffrey? Why have you when I could have a cretin or a fiend?
Will we fight?
We're fighting now. Ugh, good night.
You're still a boy.
In some ways. Which do you have in mind?
You haven't asked how much your help is worth.
You'll tell me.
You can have the Vexen back.
And what else?
All of Brittany.
That's Geoffrey.
Doesn't matter.
Possibly to Geoffrey. And what else?
That's all your help is worth.
And in return, what can I do for you?
2,000 soldiers.
And what else?
500 knights on horse.
And what else?
Arm the siege equipment.
And what else?
I never wrote that God, you never answer. You got married.
What difference does that make?
What do you mean, what difference does that make?
I spent 2 years on every street in hell.
Oh, really? I don't remember seeing you there. You haven't said you love me. Philip! Philip!
Hush.
Philip, hurry!
Philip, lad.
Is someone there?
I am. It's not too late at night.
Oh, I was expecting you.
Oh, you were.
See? 2 glasses. I did hope you'd come.
Good. We can't leave negotiations where they are. I've seen more royal rooms. I keep looking for your father in you.
He's not there.
I miss him. Have Richard or the Queen been here to see you?
Doesn't matter. If they haven't yet, they will.
I've come to reach a settlement. I've left you with too little earlier.
Yes, nothing is too little.
I am sorry you're not fonder of me, lad. Your father always said, be fond of stronger men.
No wonder he loved everyone.
They'll offer you whole provinces to fight me.
Shocking. My advice to you is discipline your children.
I've come here to offer peace.
Piss on your peace.
Your father would have wept.
My father was a weeper.
Fight me and you'll lose.
I can't lose, Henry. I've got time. Just look at you. Your strong arms. They could crush me like a leaf of lettuce. But each year, they get a little weaker. Sand goes pit, pat in the glass. I'm in no hurry, Henry. I've got time.
Suppose I were to hurry things along. What if I were to say England is at war with France?
Then France surrenders. I don't have to fight to win. Take what you want.
What
This,
kind of courage have you got?
the tidy kind. It comes and it goes.
By God, I would love to set you loose on Eleanor. More brandy wine?
You recognize it.
They were boiling it in Ireland before the snakes left. Well, things look a little bleak for Henry, don't they? You'll say yes to Richard when he comes. Arms, soldiers, anything he asks for.
Wouldn't you, in my position?
And withdraw them all before the battle ever started.
I'd be foolish not to.
I fight Henry when his sons will do it for you.
Yes, exactly.
You've got first-class thinking, boy. Certainly shows promise.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Good night. You're going. We haven't settled anything.
We open Christmas packages at noon. Till then.
You can't be finished with me.
Oh, but I am. And it's been very satisfactory.
What is so satisfactory?
Winning is. I did just win. Surely you noticed?
Not a thing. You haven't won a damn thing.
I've learned how your mind works and the kind of man you are. I know your plans and expectations. You have burbled every bit of strategy you've got. I know exactly what you will do and exactly what you won't do, and I've told you exactly nothing. To these aged eyes, boy, that's what winning looks like. Dorme bien.
Once, when I was very small, I saw some soldiers take their dinner pig, thrust it up, and put the thing, alive and kicking, onto a fire. That's the same sound I'm going to hear from you.
And I thought you lacked passion.
You made my father nothing. You're always better than him. You bullied him, you bellied with his wife. You beat him down in every war, twisted every treaty, and you made him love you for it.
He was
I was there.
man.
His last words were wasted on you.
You learned nothing of it.
I've learned much about how fathers live in sons. Oh, a king like you must have policy prepared on everything. Tell me, what's the official line on sodomy? How does the crown with boys who do with boys?
Richard makes his way into so many legends. Let's hear yours and see how it compares.
I was 15 when you first found me. We were hunting. It got dark. I got lost. My horse fell. I was thrown. I woke to him touching me. He whispered in my ear, asking me if I loved him. Philip, do you love me? And I told him, yes.
I heard better.
Do you know why I told him yes? So that one day, I could tell you all about it. You have no idea how much that guess cost. Or perhaps you do. Imagine snuggling up to some pox-shankering whore, bending your lips back in a smile, saying, yes, I do love you, and I find you beautiful. Huh. I don't know how I did it.
No! That's not true!
But it was.
You said you loved me.
Never.
You got a knife, pick it up!
He's your responsibility. You deal with him.
Get out of here! I don't want anybody in here!
It's no great joy to be here.
So the royal course keeps on me twisted, does he?
I'll go tell your mother. She'll be pleased.
She knows I'm here. She's the one who's sick.
How completely hers you are.
You had 4 sons, Henry. Who do you choose? Then my very brother, Henry. Now the monument to the monk. Now that epic idiot. Oh, surely not.
The boy is dead.
Let's praise him then! Who can forget that absent brown hat, ravenous by that spoon-edged mind? Why him? Why him and never me?
He came first. He was the oldest.
Christ, Henry! Is that all?
You went with Eleanor.
You never called for me. You never said my name.
It is not my fault. I won't be blamed.
I only wanted you.
Never. It's my crown. You want my kingdom.
Keep your kingdom.
That I will.
I hope it kills you.
Oh, thank God I have another son. Thank God for John.
Who shall we think for Jeffrey? You don't think much of you.
Much? I don't think of you at all.
Nurse used to say I had your hands. I might have more of you. Try seeing me. I don't have Breach's military skill, but he was here betraying you. Not I. I don't have John's... I don't know what. God knows if you see me, John, and he betrayed you too. It's only me.
Do you think I would ever make you king?
You'll make me king because I'm all you've got. I was to be his chancellor. Ask him why.
I have heard enough.
For moving John to treason.
I don't doubt he offered, and I don't doubt you tried, and I don't doubt John loves me.
Like a glutton loves his lunch.
You turd! I leave you now. Wouldn't want my presence to temper the festivities.
Well, John,
Father, is it what you think?
what do I think?
What Jeffrey said. I wouldn't plot against you ever.
I know. You're a good boy.
Can I go now, please? It's late. I have to go to bed.
You fool!
What about it now?
Couldn't you wait? Couldn't you believe me? I built this all for you. Couldn't you trust that?
Will you listen to the grief?
Who do you think I built this kingdom for?
Me. Daddy, you did it all for me? Daddy, when can I have it? Imagine we bury you!
You are just like them. And after everything I have given to you,
I know you gave!
I loved you.
You're a cold and bloody bastard you are. You don't love anything!
I'm in. I'm all that's left. Here, Father. Here I am.
My wife, when it is written, will read better than it lived. Henry, Fitz and Press, first planted Jeanette, a king at 21, the ablest soldier of an able time. He led men well. He cared for justice when he could, and ruled for 30 years, a kingdom as great as Charlemagne's. He married out of love, a woman out of legend. Not in Rome or Alexandria or Camelot was there such a queen, and she bore him many children, but no sons. King Henry had no sons. He had 3 whiskered things, and he disowned them. You are not mine. I deny you. None of you will get my throne. I leave you nothing, and I wish you plague. May all your children preach and die. You dare to damn me? Well, I damn you back. God damn you! Oh, my sons are gone. I've lost my voice. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my sons.
I don't want to.
The Christmas wine is in the pot. The Christmas coals are red. I'll spend my day the lover's way, unwrapping all my gifts in bed. The Christmas goose is on the...
No one else is caroling tonight. Might as well be Lent.
Henry isn't here.
Good. We can talk behind his back.
He's outside walking.
In this cold?
He'll never notice it. What happened?
Don't you know?
He came and stood a while by the fire and went away. You would have liked the way he looked.
There was a scene with beds and tapestries and many things got said. Spiced wine. I'd forgotten Henry liked it. May I stay?
It's your room just as much as mine. We're both in residence.
Packed in like the poor. 3 to a bed.
Did you love Henry? Ever?
Ever? Back before the flood?
As long ago as Rosamond.
Ugh. That's prehistory, dear. There are no written records and no survivors.
There are pictures. She was prettier than you.
Oh, much. Her eyes, in certain light, were violet, and all her teeth were even. That's a rare feature. Even teeth. She smiled to excess, but chewed with real distinction.
Oh, and so you hate her. You hate her even now.
No, but I did. He put her in my place, you see, and that was very hard. Like you, she headed Henry's table. That's my chair.
And so you had her poisoned.
That's a folk tale. Oh, I prayed for her to drop and sang a little when she did. But even Circe has her limits. No, I never poisoned Rosamond. Why aren't you happy? Henry's keeping you. You must be cleverer than I am.
Green becomes you. You must always wear it.
Are you dressing me in envy?
I've tried feeling pity for you, but it keeps on turning into something else.
Why pity?
You love Henry, but you love his kingdom too. You look at him and you see cities, acreage, coastline, taxes. All I see is Henry. Leave him to me. Can't you?
But I left left him years ago.
Oh, you are untouchable! And I thought I could move you. Were you always like this? Years ago, when I was young and worshipped you. Is this what you were like?
Most likely. Child, I'm finished, and I've come to give him whatever he asks for.
Do you know what I should like for Christmas? I should like to see you suffer.
Elise, just for you.
Mama. Oh, Mama!
The Christmas wine will keep you. Don't shiver, child.
I'm not.
The Christmas logs will glow. There's Christmas cheer and comfort here. Is that you crying?
No, Mama.
Hold close and never let me go.
The sky is pocked with stars. What eyes the three wise men must have had to spot a new one in so many.
You look cold.
I've mulled some wine.
Were there fewer stars then, I wonder? I don't know. What's this?
Warm wine.
Why, so it is. You are more beautiful than I remembered. Off to bed now. My widow wants to see me.
Let me stay.
Wait up for me. I won't be long.
She came to find out what your plans are.
I know that.
She wants you back.
Old as I am.
Old as you are.
Oh, eat each other up for all I care. I'm an orphan, and I will never have a husband. And my lover's wife, oh, she has fangs for teeth. And everybody's going to die. We've got no Romans, no Christians, but the rest of the arena, that we have.
I'm rather proud. I taught her all the rhetoric she knows.
So, you want me back?
She thinks so. She thinks the need for loving never stops.
She's got a point. I marvel at you. After all these years, still like a democratic drawbridge going down for everybody.
At my age, there isn't much traffic anymore.
To your interminable health. Well, wife, what's on your mind?
Oh, Henry, we have made a mess of it.
Yes, we have, haven't we?
Could we have done it worse?
You look like doomsday.
Late nights do that to me. Am I puffy?
Possibly. That's hard to tell. Just all that natural sag.
I've just seen Richard.
Splendid boy.
He says you fought.
We always do.
It's his impression that you mean to disinherit all of them.
Well, I fancy I'll relent, don't you?
I don't much care. In fact, I wonder, Henry, if I care for anything. I wonder if I'm just hungry out of habit, and all my lusts, like passions in a poem, aren't really recollections.
I could listen to you lie for hours. So your lust is rusty. Gorgeous.
I'm so tired, Henry.
Sleep then. Sleep and dream of me with croutons. Henri a la mode de Cannes.
Stop it, Henry.
Eleanor, I haven't started.
What is it you want? You want the day? You've carried it. It's yours. I'm yours.
My what? You're my what?
You're anything at all. You want my name on paper? I'll sign anything. You want the Aquitaine for John? It's John's. It's his, it's yours, it's anybody's. Just take it.
In exchange for what?
For nothing. For a little quiet. For an end to this. For God's sakes, sail me back to England. Lock me up and lose the key. And let me be alone. You have my oath. I give you my word. Oh.
Would you like a pillow? A footstool? What about a shawl? Your oaths are all profanities. Your word is a curse. Your name on paper is a waste of pulp. I'm vilifying you. For God's sake, pay attention. Don't do that.
Like any thinking person, I should like to think that there's some, I don't care who's a witch, some God. Not out of fear. Death is a lark. It's life that stings. But if there was some God, I'd exist in his imagination. I'd have no contradictions, no confusions, no waste parts or misplaced elements. And then, oh, Henry, and then I'd make some sense. I'd be a queen in Arcady, and not an animal in chaos. How? From where we started, did we ever reach this Christmas?
Step by step.
What happens to me now?
Well, that's lively curiosity from such a dead cat. If you want to know my plans, just ask me.
Conquer China, sack the Vatican, or take the veil. I don't give a damn. Just let me sign my lands to John and go to bed.
No, you're too kind. I can't accept.
Oh, come on, man. I'll sign the thing in blood or spit or bright blue ink. Let's have it done.
Let's not. No, I don't think I want your signature on anything.
You don't?
Good God, the pleasure I still get from goading you.
You don't want John to have my provinces?
Bullseye.
I can't bear you when you're smug.
I know.
You don't want Richard, and you don't want John.
You've grasped it.
Oh, all right. Be truthful for once. What do you want?
A new wife.
Oh,
A stinted poetaster that you are. You worship beauty and simplicity. I worship with you. Down with all things ugly and complex like frogs or pestilence or our relationship. I ask you, what's more beautiful and simple than a new wife?
so I'm to be annulled. Well, will the Pope annul me, do you think?
The pontiff owes me one pontificate. I think he will.
Out Eleanor, in Elise. Why?
Why? A new wife will bear me sons.
Oh, that is the single thing of which I should have thought you had enough.
I want a son.
Whatever for? Why, we could populate a village town with the girls who've borne you sons. How many is it? Help me count the bastards.
All my sons are bastards.
You really mean to do it?
Lady love, with all my heart.
Your sons are a part of you.
Like warts and goiters, and I'm having them removed.
But we made them. They're all boys.
Yes, and good God, look at them. Young Henry, vain, deceitful, cowardly, and weak. The only patriotic thing he ever did was die.
I thought you loved him most.
I did. And Geoffrey, there's a masterpiece. He isn't human. He's a device. He's wheels and gears.
Well, every family has one.
But not four. And then Johnny. Was his latest treason your idea?
Oh, John. John has so few ideas. But no, I can't bring myself to claim it.
I have caught him cheating and I've said he's just a boy. I've seen him lying and I've thought he's young. I've watched him steal and whip his servants and whore, and he is not a child. He is the man we've made him.
Don't share John with me. He's your accomplishment.
And Richard is yours. How could you send him off to deal with Philip?
I was tired. I was busy. They were friends.
Eleanor, he was the best of them. The brightest, the handsomest, the strongest, and from the cradle on, you cradled him. I never had a chance.
You never wanted one.
How do you know? You took him from me. Separation from your husband you could bear, but not your boy.
Whatever I have done, you made me do.
You threw me out of bed for Richard.
Not until you threw me out for Rosamond.
It is not that simple. I won't have it be that simple.
I don't.
Never.
I still do.
Oh, out of all the lies, that one is the most terrible.
I know. That's why I saved it up for now. Oh, Henry. We've mangled everything we've done.
Deny us what you will, that we have done. And all for Rosamond.
No, you were right. It's not that simple. If life's like anything at all, it's like an avalanche. To blame the little ball of snow that started it all, to say that it is the cause, is just as true as it is meaningless.
Do you remember when we met?
Down to the hour and the color of your stockings.
I could hardly see you through the sunlight.
It was raining, but no matter.
There was very little talking, as I recall it.
Very little.
I had never seen such beauty. And I walked up to it and touched it. Where did I find the gall to do that?
In my eyes.
I loved you.
No annulment.
What?
There will be no annulment.
Will there not be?
No, I'm afraid you'll have to do without.
Well, it was just a whim.
I'm so relieved. I didn't want to lose you.
Out of curiosity, is intellectual to intellectual? How in the name of bleeding Jesus can you lose me? Do we ever see each other? Am I ever with you? Ever near you? Am I ever anywhere but somewhere else?
I'm not concerned with your geographical location.
Do we write? Do I send messages? Do boats bearing gifts float up the River Thames to you? Are you remembered?
Can't you feel the change?
You know me well enough to know I can't be stopped.
I don't have to stop you. I have only to delay you. Every enemy you have has a friend in Rome. We'll cost you time.
What is this? I'm not moldering. My paint's not peeling off. I'm good for years.
How many years? Suppose I hold you back one. I can. It's possible. Suppose your first son dies. Ours did. It's possible. Suppose your daughter next. We were. How old is Daddy then? What kind of spindly, rickets-ridden, milky, semi-witted, wizard, dim-eyed, gammy-headed, lippy line of things will you beget?
Well, it's sweet of you to care.
And when you die, which is regrettable, but necessary, what will happen to frail Elise and her pruny prince? You can't think Richard's going to wait for your grotesque to grow.
You wouldn't let him do a thing like that.
Let him! I'd push him through the nursery door.
Eleanor, you are not that cruel.
Don't fret. We'll wait until you're dead to do it.
Eleanor, what do you want?
Only what you want. A king for a son. You can make more. I can't. One son's all I've got. And you can blot him out and call me cruel. For these 10 years, you've lived with everything I've lost. I've loved another woman through it all. And I'm cruel. I could peel you like a pear, and God himself would call it justice.
I will die sometime soon. One day I'll duck too slow, and at Westminster they'll sing Vivat Rex for someone else. I beg you, let it be a son of mine.
I am not moved to tears.
I want a son.
You don't need more sons. You've got too many.
Well, wish me luck. I'm off.
To Rome?
That's where they keep the Pope.
You don't dare go.
Say that again at noon and you'll say it to my horse's arse. Lamb, I'll be rid of you by Easter. You can count your reign in days.
If you go to Rome, we will rise against you.
Who will?
Richard, Geoffrey, John, and Eleanor of Aquitaine.
The day those stout hearts band together is the day pigs get wings.
There'll be pork in the treetops by morning. Don't you see? You've given them a common cause. New sons. You leave the country and you lose it.
All of you at once?
Philip, too. He'd join us.
Yes, he would.
Now, how's your trip to Rome?
You would truly do this to me?
Oh, I've got you, got you, got you.
Do you think I should take 1,000 men-at-arms to Rome, or is that too showy?
Bluff away. I love it.
Ah, how do I break the news? You have just miscalculated.
Have I? How?
You should have lied to me. You should have promised to be good. I may have left your 3 boys loose. They could have fought me then.
You wouldn't keep them locked up here.
Why the devil wouldn't I?
You don't dare.
Dare I not? What's to stop me? Let them sit and she know for a while.
No, I forbid it.
Oh, she forbids it!
Did your father sleep with me or did he not?
No doubt you're going to tell me that he did.
Would it upset you?
What about those 1,000 men? I say, to hell with it, be gaudy.
Don't leave me hanging on the rock bottom. I'll do anything to keep you.
Eleanor, I think you mean it.
Ask for something.
There isn't. We're years past it.
Test me. Name it out.
There isn't anything.
About my fornication with your father.
Oh, yes, there is. You can expire.
You first, old man. I only hope I'm there to witness it. You're so afraid of dying. You're so scared of it.
Oh, poor Eleanor. If only she had lied.
She did. She said she never loved your father.
I can always count on you.
I never touched you without thinking, Geoffrey. Geoffrey.
Eleanor, when you hurt me, I'll cry out.
I put more horns on you than Louis ever wore.
Am I supposed to care?
I'll kill you if you leave me.
You can try.
I loved your father's body. He was beautiful.
It never happened.
I can see his body now. Shall I describe it?
Eleanor, I hope you die.
His arms were rough, with scars here.
Yeah!
Feel his arms. I can feel
Oh my God, I am going to be sick.
What's that? Have I hurt you? We did it. You're in the next room. We did it. Well, every family has its ups and downs. It's cold. It's cold. I can't feel anything. Nothing at all. Oh, Henry. We couldn't go back, could we?
How much do I love winning? I watched in amusement as Henry and his boorish brood fought amongst themselves.
Do you really think you can come to Sheenon and miraculously win? You underestimate Henry. Or perhaps you overestimate your abilities?
You say that to your king? Oh, I thought Eleanor would have taught you better manners. It is obvious that I have today. The French king against the English king, and the French king won. Ha! That is something our father could never do.
Then I accept your assessment. You, sir, are the victor. So why are you here?
Something is missing. What felt so sweet does not linger long on the tongue. I don't think Henry knows that I've won. What good is victory if you can't shove it in your enemy's face? I will deliver the coup de grace. Yes, I will remove the prize. I am going to tell Henry that you will leave with me today. No Elise for his John, or for his Richard, or for his bed. And the pain it will bring him. It'll bring me joy. Come!
No!
No!
I'm not leaving! You already said you were the victor! Is that not enough?
I order you.
You order me! It's been how long since you've seen me? If I was not useful, you would not even remember my name.
Stop this! You will do as I command.
You rant and bellow exactly like Henry. You're just not as good at it as he is.
Don't you dare, you insolent!
Is this what you have become? Go on, take your anger out on me. Isn't that what I'm for? You are my king. Yet I held you when you were swaddled. I used to pretend you were my child. Oh, I used to rock you. So beautiful and sweet. Tell me, when a boy is crowned a king, does he always lose himself and become as brutal as a feral dog?
It's a necessary skill when fighting feral dogs. Something I was taught.
Louis wasn't like that.
Our father was worthless. But me, I had many teachers. My time with Richard was well spent. Now there's a man who will destroy a village just because he's bored. How do you expect me to behave? Should I ask Henry to a friendly game of Jude now? We are kings. Our games have larger boundaries.
You are both so alike. Am I doomed to love and hate you both equally? You both keep me prisoner. Yes, I can move about, but I am just like Eleanor, confined by the heart.
Eleanor is in prison because she tried to kill Henry, not because she loved him.
Your age is showing, my young lord. Love is the turnkey. Eleanor loves Henry. Henry loves me. I love Henry. Henry loves Eleanor. Richard, Geoffrey, and John love power. This is the story that the chroniclers will tell. Now go. Go back to France without me. Do not ignite a war. Let their family destroy from within.
Am I to take advice from you?
My advice is pure and shouldn't be dismissed. I have watched the wanton bloodshed of this holiday. Dear brother. I do not want to see you drowned in a conflict that you cannot win. Leave as you first planned and enjoy their destruction from afar.
And have Henry think I'm weak.
Time is your friend, my youthful king. They will tear each other apart like peasants fighting over a scrap. And you? You will win without a single blow. But, believe me, they will join together if they perceive a threat from elsewhere.
You have learned more from Eleanor than you know.
Wake up! Get up! It's morning!
Henry, what's wrong?
We're packing up and moving out.
Is there a war? What's happened?
Merry Christmas.
No, Henry, what is the matter?
Nothing for a change, would you believe it?
Where have you been all night?
Do you know what a mesny is? It's a train, an entourage. It's made up of soldiers, cooks and clerics, wagons, barrows, linens, treasure, chickens, pots of wine, spices. I've been up all night making one.
What for?
We're off to Rome to see the Pope.
He's excommunicated you again.
He's going to set me free. I'm having Eleanor annulled. The nation will be shocked to learn our marriage was never consummated.
What happened last night when I left?
Oh, we hugged and kissed a little.
Be serious.
And then I told her you and I are getting married.
Are we?
By the Pope himself.
You mean it?
Shall I kneel?
It's not another trick.
The bridal party is drilling on the cobblestones.
She loves you, Henry.
Come and see.
She'll find a way to stop us.
How? She won't be here. I'm having her shipped off to Salisbury Tower when the winds change. By lunchtime, she'll be barging down the River Vienne.
If she doesn't stop us, Richard will.
Suppose I do the worrying.
He won't like losing me.
He's lost a damn sight more than you. I've corked him up.
You've what?
He's in the cellar with his brothers in the wine. The royal boys are aging with the royal port. You haven't said yes. Would you like a formal declaration? My finest angle. It's on all the coins. Chère Alice, will you marry me?
I can't believe it.
Be my queen.
I never hoped for this. Well, I mean, I hoped, but I never thought.
We'll love each other, and you'll bear me sons.
Oh, I don't know what I mean.
Let's have 5. All right, we'll do Eleanor one better. In fact, well, I'll name the first one Louis, if you'd like. Louis le Premier. How's that for a king of England?
Henry, you can't ever let them out.
You've lost me. Let who out?
Your sons. You've put them in the dungeon, and you've got to keep them there forever.
Do I now?
If they're free when you die, it's the dungeon, or the nunnery for me. I don't care which, a cell's a cell, but Henry, what about the child?
Don't bother me about the child. The damn thing isn't born yet.
If they're free, they will kill it. I'm the one who will have to live to see that, and I will not see our children murdered.
You don't make the ultimatums. I do.
Not this time. Either you keep them down there forever, or you find yourself another widow. I don't want the job.
Do you know what you're asking me to do?
You locked your queen up.
But my boys, how can I?
That's for you to face.
But they're my sons.
Oh, I hate your sons! I am not the one who wants a new line. If you want it, that is the price.
You will come to Rome if I say so. You will marry me if I say so. My boys go free if I say so. My terms are the only terms. And the only difficulty is, you see, the only difficulty is, and that, you're right. incredible. I have children who would murder children. Every time I've read Medea, I think the damn thing is absurd. Fish eat their young and foxes, not us. And yet, she did it. She must have been mad, don't you think? Yes, mad she must have been.
Henry, are you going down?
Down? Yes.
To let them out or keep them in?
Could you say to a child of yours you've seen the sunlight for the last time?
Can you do it, Henry?
Will I be a master bastard if I did?
I must know. Can you?
I shall have to, shan't I?
The trick is not to dribble when you bang the bum. Voila! I had an alcoholic Latin tutor. Up. Up. Who taught me all he knew.
Which wasn't much.
I know, I might as well be drunk.
If I were you, I'd be worried.
You know me. Up. Up! I just worry over all the wrong things.
Don't you know what's going to happen?
No, and you don't either. You and your big cerebellum. I once slept here, Daddy. Here I am, and here you are. But not for long.
Do you think we're getting out?
No, deeper in. Oh, the force of our drill has touched down 200 feet. That's where I'd keep us.
If I were father, I wouldn't keep us at all. You don't keep prisoners, and with good reason. Dungeon doors swing both ways, but coffins, they have no hinges.
I know you. You only want to frighten me.
John, the condition of your trousers, be they wet or dry, cannot concern me less. I think I'm apt to die, and I'm sweating, John. I'm sweating cold.
Ah, but Jeffrey, we've got friends.
Name one.
Someone's got to rescue us.
I can't think of who, or how, or why.
He's going to see me beg. He'll get no satisfaction out of me.
While you shivering fool, as if the way one fell down mattered.
When the fall's all the race, it matters. Can't we run or hide or anything? Just in the line.
My barge is leaving, and I've come to say goodbye.
Does Henry know you're here?
The Queen still has some privileges. I bring you breakfast.
I'm not hungry.
What is he planning?
He's going to keep us here.
First, a little nourishment.
For God's sakes, Mother.
Eat!
Whoa, Eleanor!
How heavy is the guard outside?
There's just the turnkey.
The courtyard and the gates?
They're putting together Henry's trade, and it's chaos. You can walk right out.
We gotta get to the podium. And respect that, but when he comes, we'll have an army. And we run hard.
Why run at all? I think we ought to stay.
Stay here?
Until Henry comes. He will come, won't he? And he'll come alone. I count 3 knives to 1.
You think we could? I'd only do it wrong. You kill him and I'll watch.
No! All 3 of us together. We all must do it. I want us all responsible.
Don't listen to him. Take the knives and run.
What? And miss out on this opportunity?
Get out!
I'll stay behind with John. You'll want to take him from the front. And you lucky girl, you get to see the pageant.
Mother's looking for a name for you, if English has one adequately foul.
Now hold on. I've been vilified enough. I've had enough of it. You brought the cutlery. You hold it down here. How dare you tell me this wasn't what you had in mind?
I tell you, I deny it.
Swear on something. I'm a god to find what you consider holy.
Where do you think you're going?
Up for air.
Don't stop her.
But she'll warn him.
Let her go. She's not going to tell him anything.
You think I'm going to let this happen?
Quite frankly, Mother, your position on the council is quite poorish. If you were to tattle, there'd be a rash of executions. And you don't want that. No, you don't want to lose a single one of us. Not even me.
You're clever, but I wonder if you're right.
Ah, lady, don't you know where you are? You're in a stalemate. Warn him, and it's the end of us. Warn him not, and it's the end of him. It's quite clear.
Guard!
Go on, call again, but pitch it up a little.
I'll have him take the knives away.
Amy the one that says of all drool?
That's not true. Run away. You still have time.
No. Jeffrey's right. We'll stay.
Oh, no. Not you, too. Oh, Richard!
Oh. There's nothing in your O's. They're empty.
You're not an assassin.
Look again.
You're not. You are my Richard and you love me.
Let me kiss Nancy scratch and make it well.
Yes, do. Come, let me hold you.
You're more beautiful than ever. There's much beauty in evil when it's absolutely pure. You're so foul, you're fair. You sit like a saint paying me royalties not to do your work.
That's not true.
You didn't bring these things.
Not for this.
Then here, you want him dead? You do it.
You unnatural animal. Oh.
Unnatural, mommy? Tell me what's nature's way. When poison mushrooms grow, babies come with crooked backs, dogs go mad, and white kills husbands. What's natural? Here stands your lamb. Come where he kisses. He's all yours.
No, you're not mine. I'm not responsible.
Where do you guys learn this from? How old was when I hit me first?
Young, I don't know.
How many battles did I watch?
Those were battles, not a knife behind a door.
I don't remember Coach asking how it got so cold. You don't mind Eleanor think. Watch what the crossbows at him.
That was in the field.
I don't care if it was in a dahlia's bed. What are you thinking, Eleanor?
Of you.
Of your natural animal?
I did it all for you.
You wanted father dead.
No, never that.
You wanted to kill him, didn't you?
Yes.
Then why? Why did you do it?
I wanted Henry back.
Lies.
I wanted Henry. Is there a chance?
Here. None of that.
Oh, I've done without it this long. I'll endure.
She'll warn him. I was wrong. She'll do it if she gets the chance.
Why, then you're in stalemate, aren't you, Lamb?
How so?
You don't dare let me stay here, and you don't dare let me go. Dear me, whatever shall we do with Mother?
Offhand, there are several possibilities.
Watch it!
It wants light. What we do in dungeons requires the shades of day. I stole the candle from the chapel. No one minded. Jesus won't begrudge it, and the chaplain works for me.
You look dreadful.
So do you.
I underslept a little.
We can all sleep in a little while. That's better. Bright and clear, just like the morning.
Here, I'll just take the breakfast things.
Not yet.
They've gone cold.
They're good cold.
Listen to me. What am I to do with you? Can I ever let you out?
What are you doing here? You must be mad. Why'd you come?
Do you think I want to lock you up?
You know you have to. You can't let me out. I'll always keep fighting, I'll always come.
I'll always come too.
There's only fighting left.
Not even that. What have you got to fight me with?
My children. In the past, I have come and gone and loved you as it suited me. I never nursed you, warmed you, washed you, fed you. But today I felt such love for each of you. And so I brought you breakfast.
Mother.
Let her be.
I thought I had no other choice. But I was wrong. Again!
Brave boys, that's what I have. 3 warriors? Who was to have first crack? How was I divvied up? Christ.
You drove us to it.
Don't stop now. You're killers, aren't you? I am. I can do it. Take a knife. Well, come on. What are you waiting for? Come for me.
I can't.
But you're Richard, aren't you?
But you're Henry.
Please, we can't stop now. And there's no going back. There is nothing else. Come on. Oh, you. Yeah.
Daddy! Take me back, please. Can we try again?
Again?
We always had before.
Yes, we always have, haven't we? Daddy.
You fool!
Go! Execute them! You're the king! You've judged! You sentenced! You know how!
I will, by God! Come Monday, they'll hang you with the washing. There will be princes swinging from the Christmas trees.
Why wait? They are assassins, aren't they? This was treason, wasn't it? You gave them life. You take it!
Who is to say it's monstrous? I am king! I call it just. Therefore, I, Henry, by the grace of God, King of the English, Lord of Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, Count of Anjou, Poitou, Brittany, and Normandy, Maine, Gascony, and Aquitaine, sentence you to die on this Christmas Day in Chino in our Lord's year 1183. Surely that is not what we intended. Children, they're all we've got. Get out. Go. Leave and never come back.
You spare the rod, and you spoil those boys.
Oh, I couldn't Do it, Eleanor.
Nobody thought you could.
I did.
You saved them. You maneuvered it.
Did I?
They're free because of you. They'll kill him one day. You know that.
The next time or the next.
You always win, Mama.
Except the prize.
Come rest.
I want no women in my life.
You're tired.
I could have conquered Europe, all of it, but I had women in my life.
I'll warm some wine.
There I have shocked your world, and you stand all honey and molasses. Sweet, you make my teeth ache.
That's touching. Is it for my benefit?
Your benefit? Get out. Go on. Go.
When you want me, I'll be waiting.
I should have killed you years ago.
There's no one peeking. Do it now.
I've wasted fortunes, squandered lives, spent everything to buy this pit. I've got an eye for value. This is what I've made. I meant to do so much.
Is this a play for pity?
Not from you. You've put me here. You've bled me. You made me do mad things.
Shoulder it yourself. Don't put it on my back. You've done what you've done, and no one but yourself has made you do it. Pick it up and carry it. I can. My losses are my work.
What losses? I'm the one who's been cheated, not you. I'm the one with nothing.
Lost your life's work, have you? Provinces are nothing. Land is dirt. I've lost you, and I can't ever have you back again. You've never suffered. I could take defeats like yours and laugh. I've done it. If you're broken, it's because you're a prisoner.
You are all I have ever loved. Christ, you don't know what nothing is. I want to die.
You don't.
I want to die.
I'll hold you.
I want to die.
Stop saying that! Oh, damn you. Just let me do something. This is terrible.
I want to die.
Well, you will, you know. Wait long enough and it'll happen.
So it.
We're in the cellar. You're going back to prison. My life is wasted. And we've lost each other. And you are smiling.
It's the way I register despair. Oh, Henry. We are jungle creatures, and the darkness is all around. You see them? In the corners. You can see their eyes.
And they can see ours. I'm a match for anything. Aren't you?
I should have been a great fool not to love you.
I'll see you back to your ship.
So soon?
There's always Easter court.
You let me out for Easter?
Oh, come the resurrection, you can strike me down again.
Perhaps I'll do it next time.
And perhaps you won't.
It must be getting late. I don't want to miss the tide.
You know, I hope we never die.
I hope so too.
You think there's any chance of it?